All right. Ryan's watch is 4:30, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Huh?
Actually, a minute slow.
Well, I gave them an extra minute to get here. All right, so welcome to the second bi-weekly officials meeting. So everybody in here is basketball. So if you're a paid official, hopefully you clocked in. If not, I'll help you out with that and get you time revision. If you're a class, welcome, you get a class hour worth of credit. It stinks. I've got some flag football video in here, but that's all right. We'll go through some of them because it'll benefit you for sure. But there are basketball in here as well as some other different things. So, Mr. Himes, if you didn't already, should be sending out the quiz, or I will send it out. I have to send it out. You'll get that tomorrow. They're always due by Wednesday at noon, so hopefully he graded them and put them on my desk. I don't know if he did or not. The schedules will come out Friday morning. If you need to request it off, you can't do that anymore. Next week I am out along with Zach. We are going to DC for our annual conference. So if you need a sub, you need to email that man right there. Basically, he'll help you out. Now, I can't guarantee he's going to be in the office every time. You email him, you may not get the response that you get from me. You may wait half a day or a day. So be proactive when getting a sub. I am also going to set up the following week's schedule. He will publish that next week Friday. So for the class officials that are in here, I will have your class hours sent out Friday. You'll also know how many hours left you have. But that's how we're going to take care of subs for the next week, and then I'll be back the following Monday. More reminders. There's our office number. Forgot to put in the weather hotline, or we didn't discuss a whole lot. That's the weather hotline. Tonight, have we officially canceled?
Yes.
There you go. I haven't told you we officially canceled. I tried to send out an email. I hope we called our...
We did.
Perfect. You guys are ahead of me. I'm glad you guys were in the office. Good. Typically you get an email from me if you're working outside. Hey, we're playing. Hey, we're not. Most of the time it's we're not playing. But if you ever have to call, there's a number. Don't call me and be like, hey, are we playing tonight? I'm either going to say, hey, did you get an email? Or B, did you call the weather hotline? If you say no to both of those questions, then I will tell you, look for that or call that number. Website, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is where our website is. This is where all of our material goes when I post it. So if you haven't seen it, you obviously have the link. It's all right here. So if you're ever curious to what we do each day or any other training, it's all there, especially the bi-weekly videos. So what we're recording tonight or today will go up here, as well as the off-week videos. Next week, Mr. Himes will make that video along with Mr. Upchurch. More Mr. Upchurch than Mr. Himes, but they'll collaborate on that to make sure you have it, and a few other things. But that's our website that we use. Soccer outdoor, we are playing 7-on-7 soccer outside this spring. It's going to be one field, more than likely. So the officiating opportunities are going to be limited because we can only run one field at a time. We run a two-person system. I may throw 3 in there just because it's going to be such limited officiating opportunities. So Mr. Himes will take you through that on the 27th and 28th along with Jake Wingfield. Laura Shavley will be up here for part of it as well. So the dates will be up here. Officials attire. Most of you, if not all of you, got this email. I've been hounded twice, maybe 3 times this week already. We need to make sure we abide by this. So if you're wearing a bright orange shirt underneath, we can't wear that. Make sure it's black, white, or gray. I'm alright if you're wearing long sleeves inside. Just make sure they're the same color. So we have no problem with that. The shorts has been the real issue here. Make sure they're long enough. If you don't have long enough shorts, come talk to me. I'll help you out. That makes a segue into my next thing. Dick's Sporting Goods gave me about, I don't know, $4,000 worth of coupons. Please take them. They expire sometime in October or November. You spend $50, you get $10 off. So go give them to your family, friends. Just go down Chancellor's and start passing them out. I've got 4 stacks of about 300 of these. So they're there. Take them away. We also have gift certificates. We're going to do a random number draw, so somebody here will walk away with $20, or 2 people will walk away with $20 in gift certificates. I got those last week. So I'm going to try to give them away as much as I can. So I brought 2 today. We have some other swag here as well. Hats must be UNCW or non-school affiliated. So if you're working outside and you put on a beanie, what Mr. Revels is wearing right there is not acceptable at UNCW to work in. Sitting in this meeting, I have no problem. If you have an Under Armour hat, Nike hat, whatever, wear it. I'm fine with that. You come in with an ECU hat, ball hat, not going to happen. But make sure the attire is appropriate at all times. Again, I put this up there for basketball officials. We do have an outside officiating opportunity Tuesday and Thursday nights starting March 13th. One of our former employees from the building has asked me to get an official, 2 10-minute halves, $12 per hour, so you make $6 per game. 1 official per court. Currently, I have no interest in this. I'm not surprised because of this right here. It's tough to work one-person mechanics. So if you think you're good enough to do it, let me know that you're interested, and I will certainly pass your name along. If you don't want to do it, no big deal to me. I will let him know sometime early next week what we have. But right now we don't have anybody, but this is an opportunity that you can go ahead and do. But I guess I had some arguments over fouls and out of bounds and things like that. So I put that up there. I'm trying to push for 2 officials right now. They don't have the funding for 1. All right, basketball quiz. So you're going to interact with me now. This is where you come in. Is it possible for an offensive team to get a kick violation? True or false?
True.
True. What does a kick violation require?
Intentional hip from the hip down.
Intentional act from the hip down. So you go like this, it's a kick. What if I'm running and you throw the ball at my foot? Is that a kick? Not intentional, right? What if I'm laying on the ground, I take my feet and I pop the ball back to me? That's intentional. That's a kick. It looks weird. I saw that the other day and I was like, wait a second. No. So yeah, that's a kick violation. It's weird because they don't actually kick the ball, but they use the feet in an illegal act. Players should be allowed to inbound the ball from underneath the basket. So this we have a spot throw. And then you have the lane lines. And right underneath the bucket. Should I be allowed to inbound the ball there? Why not?
Throw it and it hits the backboard.
I wind up to go deep, boink, off the back of the backboard. Don't set them up for failure. Pull them to the side. I worked last night. They want to do it. I was like, hey, come out here. Even if we have the baseline to run, say we come out of a free throw, they bring the sub in, we have the baseline to run. I'm going to pull that sub to outside that lane line. Now, if that player starts to make that run, winds up and hits the back of the backboard, now it's on them. Try not to set them up for failure. Now they failed themselves. You didn't fail them. How many fouls does a participant get before they are disqualified? 5. How many technicals? 2. Does a technical count as a personal foul? I got some of this and I got some of this. Yes. I give Ryan Himes a T for dropping the F-bomb really, really loud. I'm like, boop, technical foul. Usually what he uses in the office every day, all day when he works for me. So I give him a technical foul. He's got 14 fouls. He gets that technical. Guess what? That's number 5. He's gone. Not out of the building, but he's out of the game. Hey, that's your 5th. You need to go sit down and find a sub. If that's his 3rd team foul, no big deal. First technical. So if it becomes their 5th team foul, send them out of the game, get a sub in immediately. And your scorekeeper should be keeping track of that and should let you know. They should also let you know when it becomes 1-on-1 and or 2. So just remember that. Spectators from the bench area are allowed to call timeouts for a team. Technically, by our rules, this is false. Now, this contradicts the email I sent out Monday or Tuesday. What we had happen is no time and situation. So, we're under a minute. Ryan's team is down 4. Ryan hits a big 3-point shot. There's 9 seconds left. Do you think his team wants a timeout? Yeah, they're down 1 at this point, right? You hear timeout, timeout, whoop, timeout. You're going to give it to that team, especially if they have some left. Because you should always know if a team has timeouts left. Because if they have 0, you look at that team. Ladies, gentlemen, fellas, no timeouts. You got 0 timeouts left. And they should know that. Then if they call timeout and you hear timeout, timeout, you grant that timeout. Technical foul. Right there. So, know your time and place. Now, if there's 13 minutes remaining in the game, team hits a three-pointer, no other thing, you hear timeout, and it's not from the floor, we play on. But usually what I do is if we have that, hey, you hit the bucket, you want a timeout? Yeah. Perfect. Bucket goes in, timeout. And look at the clock. Why do we look at the clock? Under a minute? It should stop, right? What happens? You're like, whoop, timeout. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26.5. What do? We put it back to where the time is set. So you blow your whistle, whoop, timeout. And I'm going to say no more than like 3 or 4 tenths run off of it, because that's human error. We go put that time back on. Last night we added 1.2 back on the clock. Blew my whistle, I looked up, I was like, and then it stopped. We put it back, we added 1.2. It's a 3-point ball game. Those are big, or no, 1-point ball game. Those are big seconds right there. So you ever need to add time, go ahead. What is the mercy rule for basketball? 20 at 2, 40 at 5. What about football? I don't know if there's that question on here.
Should have been.
All right, we'll find out when we go through the football quiz. All right, this is one of the plays. What do we have here? Watch one more time. We'll give you a chance. Hopefully. What do you have? Right there is probably a backcourt violation. There, yeah, she's down on the line right there. Then she travels. You get the travel, I don't care. You get the backcourt violation, I don't care. Let's just get that right there so we turn the ball over because she committed 2 violations. Next one. What? Drew was the one that was throwing the ball in. What happens? Right? Mr. Vollen didn't step out of bounds, did he? I'm going to clip this and send it to him. Hey man, we watched it 3 years ago. We need to make sure you play basketball correctly. Right here. It's Matty Legank with a little bit more hair, a little bit younger. Right here. He's got to go all the way out of bounds, doesn't he? Watch out, he may pick that foot up and go, but he was like, I'm going to throw this thing as far as I can. And he didn't pick his foot up. That's just a violation. Boop, didn't step out. Going this way. Or he was out of bounds, stepped in bounds, however you want to look at it. But that's a violation. That's one you don't see all too often, and that's really going to make some teams mad when they're trying to play quickly. Now, if he's not throwing it deep and there's really no pressure and you see that violation, probably let it go the first time. Then I go up to Mr. Vollen and I go, make sure you step out of bounds next time you take the ball out. Because if he doesn't, boop, I told you once, we're going this way. So, just remember that when you have those kinds of violations. All right, who are my 4-on-4 people? I know a few of you snuck in here. All right, I got 2 of you. That's all right. What's the mercy rule?
28 for men's and then women's, and then 35 for girls.
How would you say? I believe it's 37. Correct me if I'm...
The book says 36. 36.
Man, we were all over the place. 36.
The card said 37.
The card does say 37.
Yeah, that's my fault. Blame it on me. But yeah, it's 30-ish, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in that range.
Let me tell you what, if they're up 30 plus with a minute to go, we're all
I'll tell you
right.
what mercy rule is in 77 to 18, and we're still playing under it.
Ooh, that's tough. All right. This goes for both sports. What happens when you hit the mercy rule?
You stop.
Stop the dang game. Why?
Because there's no chance of them coming back.
A, they ain't gonna win. B, now if somebody gets hurt, that's on me. And I know I taught all of you the right thing. That if it does hit that mercy rule, you stop the game. Hopefully my supervisors are smart enough to go, beep, beep, beep. Game's over. So if you do hit the 20 point when we are in basketball, or 40 if we're at that point. And 5 minutes ago, I haven't seen much of that, but it does happen. We kill the game. Now, we get to the 1 minute spot in football. What do? Stop the clock. Why? 1 minute warning. That has not happened in some of my games, or some of the games I've watched. Stop the clock with a minute to go in the game. It's a 1 minute warning. Just like 7-on-7, we stop it at 2 minutes. All right, PAT from the 3-yard line is worth 3 points. What yard line?
For the 3 is the 20.
From the 20. Perfect. The player spikes the ball after a touchdown. An unsportsmanlike penalty should be assessed. True. You can't go spiking the ball. Think of it a college celebration. I can't say high school because not a lot of people watch high school football because it's not on TV. If they can't do it in college, they can't do it in our game. Don't have them spin the football. Don't have them punt it, kick it, whatever. They can't do that. And correct, a play can be opened with a female to male completion. It's true. Now, this came into my office today. Somebody walked in and said, all tries are going to be open regardless of what we do. What happens on a try? The previous play dictates a try, right? So please, if you're working with anybody that's doing that, tell them they're wrong. If they say no, tell them to call me. Then you call me and let me know. Because that's not right. All tries are dictated from the play before. They're not all open. There's a team that actually said, hey, we're going to play all tries open. Now, they were playing a staff team, and the staff was like, what? No. They played that game with all tries open. That's not good. So I'm telling you right here, right now, if you play 4-on-4 flag football, there you go. You can't play with tries that are open. A female touchdown is worth how many points in a co-rec game? How about in a women's game? 6. So if a female throws it or catches it in a co-rec game. All right, what's Mr. Schilke doing here? No, this isn't. Oh, crap. What?
The ones above, there's too many players on the list.
Illegal participation. You'll see that a lot on 4-on-4. People are like, man, we can have another one out there. No, you can't. What about this one right here? What's Mr. Sutton doing? You'll see a lot of that out there, flag guarding. All right. Reminders for basketball. Call contact. I looked at one official the other night and I said, I want you to call 3 fouls this half. Because she had called 0 the entire season. I go, they're out there. I probably could call 10 or 15. People would hate if I'd go out there and officiate poof, poof, poof. It would really slow the game down and you wouldn't be running a whole lot. Call fouls. If you think it's a foul, call it. I don't care if you're wrong. You get a melee and you're like, beep. Yeah, looks like you. All right, here we go. If there's contact, call something. I'd be happy if you called contact than if you didn't. Because what happens if you don't start calling contact? This turns into this, turns into this, turns into somebody getting speared. Which we don't want. Yeah, I took it that far. You can call 5 to 7 fouls each half on each team. 14 to 20 fouls in each half. I promise you they're there. And if you think I'm lying, I'll go out there and work with you and I'll show you that they're there. Huh?
Oh, they're there.
Oh yeah. If bodies go to the floor, we have that crash. Pick one. Boop. You. More than likely I'm going block. But if we have people go to the ground, try to watch what the offensive player does. The offensive player ducks and goes through. Boop. Offensive. That defensive player is like, I got you, and then goes in their way. That's going to be a block. Remember that rule. They go together, charge. They go apart, probably go on block. So if you're like, whoop, I put a whistle on it. How'd they land? They're together? All right, we're going offensive. Whoop, they landed apart. All right, we're going block. Now don't signal too soon, because what happens when you signal too soon? You go, wah-ha! What's your partner do?
Charge.
Bam, charge. We don't want to do that. So make sure we look at our partners. I had a call last night. My partner didn't even hear my whistle. Boop. I had a block. My partner comes up and he was like, "Yaha!" And I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" So he called a block and I was like, "Boop." No big deal. I had the same call. It happens. He just didn't see me. It didn't help the coaches on the floor. He didn't see me at all. But I blew my whistle and I backed out a step. So just remember to make eye contact. Because I looked at him. I was like, yeah, same thing. Look to rotate. Why do you want to look to rotate? Because if my matchup's over there and I've got the two big guys and I'm like, Why don't I just go doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo. I see my matchup. Hey, my matchup's over here. Doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo. I'm right here. You can see that matchup. Put yourself in the best angle possible. Somebody goes, I'm not going to rotate because my crew's not going to pick it up. How do you fix that?
Rotate and tell them.
I rotate over. Say their name. If I rotate this way, and I see Matt's right next to me, this happened to me Thursday night last week. Working guy is about 75 years old. Looked up, and he's standing right in front of me. Now, this guy doesn't move very quickly. Look at him. Matt, gotta go! Away he goes. He didn't move as quickly on that one. Balance the floor. Make sure you slow down. Check partners. You always want two people on ball side when you're inbounding the ball. So make sure that we do that. That actually hasn't been much of a problem this year, but every once in a while we get in a big hurry and we're like, here you go. What happens when you do that? Partners out of position. Could have 6 on the floor, 7 on the floor. Subs come in and out. When can subs come in?
Dead ball.
When's a dead ball? You can be careful when you say dead ball. Ball goes through the hoop, ball becomes dead. Can't sub on anything through the hoop.
When you have to blow your whistles.
And the whistle blows. Out of bounds, free throws, fouls. You want to tie your shoe and you're tired of running, blow your whistle, tie your shoe, bring in a sub. You can do that. So bring him in when you blow your whistle. That's why I say slow down. All right, 4 and 4. Referee. You're moving the pucks. You always give your back judge the spot. Stay in your area. The officials that I told to stay in their area are not in here tonight or today. But stay in your dang area. I had one 40-yard pass, touchdown. He was like, woo, gotta get my pucks. Stay in your area. Back judge, get the end of the run. You won most plays because you're downfield. If the ball is inside or outside the 10, you're on the goal line. If it's inside the 10, you're on the back line. Pretty simple. All right. Mr. Upchurch, you want to run this part of the meeting? I will allow you to do what you need to do. I will click for you so you can.
All right, well, we can play a little bit of a game. So, who's here? The football officials? We have to go past the one. Yeah, I think we have to go past the one.
Yeah, so you can pick on those two.
You only see football. Who's football? Raise your hand if you're football.
There you go.
Okay, so it's you two. Go up here. Louise. So everyone's just gonna have a game. He's gonna put a question out there. Pretty much, I guess. I don't know how you're gonna ring in.
It's your game. How do you want them to ring in?
Okay, just clap. Turning in. Yeah. So there's a question up. We have prizes up here. So first one answer the question and you get it correct.
Now once you clap, I'm going to make the question disappear, so you better be careful.
Oh, so I got to clap and then say the answer when you make.
Well, I'll put the question up. If you clap too soon, I'll make it disappear, and then you're like,
You don't get clapped.
Yeah, you don't get a clap. Be like, clap if it's up there, and then you get ready. Nope. All right, you ready? Do, 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 do.
Short.
Do, 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 do.
This is what. If yellow is yellow. If yellow accepts the penalty for the hold, then they're gonna get the ball wherever it's at and accept the penalty from there. But if they decline the penalty, the defense accepts the holding penalty, and it'll be accepted from there. But if they decline the holding penalty and the flag guarding penalty, it'll be a touchdown.
You have part of it right, not all of it. Lucy, you want to try?
All right, so offense throws the ball, defense intercepts the ball. All right, so do they have clean hands?
Yeah.
Yes. Yellow commits holding, but blue gets away and the flag is shown. So you have this hold right here. She keeps running. We throw the flag for it, throw it up the field. I flag guard, and then score. So in order for me to keep the ball, or the offense, or the new offense, or blue in this case, let's say blue, to keep the ball, what do I have to do?
Blue? Yeah.
Blue intercepts it.
You would have to decline it if you want.
Yeah, they have to decline their penalties. Then what penalty do we have to enforce?
Flag guard.
The flag guard, right? So
The team accepts the flag guarding penalty.
you'd be like,
Touchdown.
I was like, you decline the penalty, touchdown. So you just look at them, hey, we're going to enforce flag guarding. Don't even give them the option. All right, so let's try a different one. Hopefully this one's easier.
So, it goes to a one-hand touch, and the ref has to yell one-hand touch, and then if they touch it, technically, that's the equivalent of pulling the flag.
Where do you have to touch the player?
Oh, it has to be above the waist, but like not the face. Sorry, below the shoulders.
Shoulders to
Then toes, knees.
knees. Yeah, so if you have this one and the flags fall off, one hand, one hand, one hand, and then they just have to touch from that. So, all right.
What's the second part?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to read the second question first.
Same thing. One hand, one hand, one hand. Flags fall off. All right, so now you've got the selection since, you know, Mr. Twigger failed miserably. Would you like a whistle? Would you like a shirt or a pair of shorts?
Can I please have some shorts?
Shorts. I know there's a small one here somewhere. You can. All right. I need 2 basketball people. There's 1. There's 2. All right, come on up.
We stand right here, do we have to stand?
You can stand right there. All right, you guys ready? Whenever you're ready. Oh.
We have that one. That one. Someone takes
Oh. That's your game, man. We can go video replay.
40 at 5 and 20 at 2, and you enforce it as soon as it happens, or as soon as the minute mark comes.
Yep. I need 2 more. You're done. You 2 right here. Oops. All right.
Okay, so if the blue hits it out, then it's out on blue, and it goes to the white. Then we give them a
Can I
spot.
see the question again?
She didn't answer correctly, did she?
No.
All right, there's a question again.
Alright, you got it.
Alright, so that's goaltending. And so we count the basket.
What is it?
It's twice.
Goaltending.
Oh.
On defense?
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah.
Basket interference. You're correct in how you administer it. It doesn't change.
I thought that was it.
But it is basket interference because the ball is in the cylinder. It's about to fall through.
Okay. Goaltending is when it's on its way down.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
So you got it correct in the fact that it is 2 points and then they get a spot out of bounds. So, all right. One of those 3 items is yours. I need 2 more. There's 1, there's 2. All right. Hey, I got a reminder coming up. Who wants to do sport club hearings in this next one? All right.
Basket interference, and there's no basket in the defending team gets the ball on the baseline.
Bingo. Shoots the ball, ball's on the rim. It's basket interference. All right, 2 more. I think this is my last question. There you go.
Alright, this is to see who gets to run their mouth in class on Friday. No class.
All right.
We don't have class on Monday.
Color, team, foul, and then say spot or 2 shots or 1 shot or 3 shots.
All right. First, you tell them if the basket's good or not, like what you're gonna do next.
If we score the bucket, we score the bucket. If
And
not,
it's color, number, foul. and then you like tell them what you want to do next.
Color, so you score it. If it goes in, color, number, foul, what happens next? Why do we do color first?
To tell the team so they can see it in the score.
So I go the other side, tell the number, the foul, and then what we're going to do next. Shoot 2 shots, 1 shot. Don't worry if you didn't win. Whatever's left up here minus the 2 $20 gift cards that we're going to randomly give away, you have an option of taking those. So there's 3 items left if you did not win. All right, so here's the first play we're going to talk about. Tell me what you have one here and what the officials did correctly or what they can improve upon. $5:30. They'll be downstairs. If you're the 5:30 meeting, you can wait up here. If not, downstairs. I'll play one more time since I get distracted by women's basketball. Three! Well, bounces. That's no big deal. That's all right.
Should have a push.
We obviously have a push, right? Who called it?
The lead called it.
The lead called it, right? Is that the person supposed to call it? Absolutely. She doesn't call it, you come and pick it up. After you put your hand down, you can call it the other one. That's all right. But what we did here, you did it correctly. 3-pointer. Just put your hand down about now. Push, we call it, you come switch. It's how we're supposed to officiate that play. Perfect. I like it. So, all right, the next one's flag football. I don't know how long this one is. My 2 flag officials, what do you got? This guy right here moves a little quick. It's a good call. It's a false start. What happens is if you don't call this, he or she, in this case it's a he, gets 2 or 3 steps down the field, and guess what? Now they're beating the defense because defense is looking at the ball going off when that has, or they're watching the defense. Or watching the offense. So you're giving this guy a distinct advantage if he's not going on the snap. So that's why we call it. So it's a good pickup by our referee here. This is legal. You're allowed to sit on your knee like that. That's fine. Just because they can't squat or whatever, that's fine. Everything else is legal about that play. His flag belt's a little high up, but that's all right. We pull that down. Make sure his shirt gets tucked in. All right, next one. Right call, wrong call, who should have had a whistle, who shouldn't have had a whistle? I believe correct call. Who should have this whistle? The lead right here, right? There's 2 whistles on this play. I don't mind this whistle if it's about 2 seconds later. And the reason I say that is if he doesn't blow a foul here and we know it's a foul, that's when you come in. Or even your trail could come in. But you look at distance, proximity. Right here is where it's supposed to be. You look at angle, she's going to have it just a little bit far out there. So I don't mind a double whistle on most days. This one, just leave it go. We do it correctly. He goes administers, they come over, and we shoot the foul shots. Bam. Good to go. All right, flag people. What you got?
Flag guard, I think twice.
It's like, yeah. So we've got a couple flag guardings here. But there's a couple other things I want to point out on this video. We talk about, you look right here. Guess what? His shirt's not tucked in. It's a small thing, right? Not really. Shirts are required to be tucked in flag football. So we need to make sure we get that. The other thing is this official needs to be counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, however you want to do it. We're not counting. This is fine that you move downfield because he's not going anywhere because he can't cross that line. But we need to have that count. And we talk about the count. Don't slow down as you get down to like 1, 0. We got to keep that count consistent. It's just like basketball. You get that 5-second closely guarded. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, and you're like, 1,004, would you break the count? 1,005, the count's broke. It's just like this. When you make that count, it's got to be consistent. You didn't make the mistake. They did. That's what you got to think of. Don't be afraid to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and blow your whistle. Same thing in basketball. Because then you're giving them a distinct advantage if you're slowing down. Or you're making that defensive player guard for an extra 2 or 3 seconds, and we shouldn't do that. So never ever slow your count down. I'd rather have a slower 5-second count than a quick 1,001, 1,002, 1,000. No, try to make it as steady as you can. Because you didn't make the mistake. They did. And I think that's the biggest thing. People's like, well, I really don't want to blow the whistle. It ain't your fault. They screwed up. So just make sure we make that happen. All right, next play in basketball. This guy's obviously upset about something. What did we miss? He's yelling out of bounds, and right. Look, this man right here, he steps on the line, he jumps and touches it. Now if he steps where this kid is and then jumps and touches it, we're fine. But right here, he steps out of bounds and goes to try to save it. Out of bounds. Whose call is this? I wasn't trying to pick you out. I can't see who's on the video here. So, that lead, you got to go get that. Guess who doesn't go get that? The other 2 officials. Should not have a call from this side, and you should not have a call from this side. Because you can't see it. This is a lead call. So, we have that call. He's obviously mad. Just make that call. Boop, out of bounds. And you give it to White. Alright, what do we have? For my flag, people. What's wrong with that picture? He's in the neutral zone when he snaps it. What else is wrong with this picture? This one, they're going into the end zone. So this is the offensive cone, this is the defensive cone. So other than him standing in the neutral zone while he snaps the ball. What? You look how much of that flag is cut off. You can't see the belt. Because what they're taught, or what people realize, is when you go for that flag belt and you grab down, you can grab the belt. You can't grab the belt and about half the flag is not showing there. So we need to make sure that we have them tuck that in. No, they cannot just simply put the flag over top of them. They have to tuck that shirt in. So, the simplest way to get this guy back is snapper back up, and make sure everybody can hear it. Even this guy. Don't snap the ball until you get out of the neutral zone. Something that they know. Because then it'll register for him that he shouldn't snap the ball. Now I got another basketball play. Going back and forth here. Alright, so was correct call made? What'd you say? Oh, you kept your feet, that's alright. So, what correct call was made, right? Stumbled a little bit, that's alright. You know what I'd like you to do a little bit here? What would I tell you if I were coming out at halftime to evaluate you? What would I tell you? You made the correct call. Bam, that's step number 1, make the call, right? Player goes to the floor. What do I want you to do? Take a step in or two. Boop, and watch. Because guess what? You can't take another 5-10 seconds off your game. You do that every time, you take a minute off your game. A minute less you have to run. So just take a step down. Everything else is fine. You could have had that call, or your center could have had that call. Either one, they're all right with that. Because it happened on this side, you're supposed to be lead, play beat you up the floor, no big deal. We get the foul call, she would have had it, both of you, just take a step in or two. But you want to make sure, if you have players on the floor, that we go take care of them. Another flag play. What do you got? Flag guarding. The most common call you're going to make in flag. Flag guarding. The only good thing in here is that the flags were pulled relatively close. So flag guarding right there, the official gets it, which is good. But when the flags are pulled here, we may not have a flag on this one because the flags are pulled. No big deal. So where do we enforce this flag guarding from for my two officials? Spot of the foul. So, all right. It's tough. We had a scrum there. I think what we had here was probably a jump ball right in the middle. Especially, can't get by him. He stinks. Right there. The question here is that a travel, whether it's joint possession? Can you have travel and joint possession? No. Because if Ryan and I are hanging onto the ball together and we're trying to run, we can't have a travel. So if you're like, hey, they had joint possession, and you're like travel, and you're like, no, we're going to go jump ball. Got to go jump ball in that case. Or you let them try to wrestle it out a little bit. It all depends your game. In a men's game, they're a little quicker in pulling that ball out. In a women's game, it doesn't come out as quick. So just remember that. All right, next play I have. I worked with him last night. This is not last night's game, but I worked with him last night. Tell me what you have here. I'll let you look at it one more time. We're going to take a vote on this one, since I have all my basketball officials in here. He calls an illegal screen. Who has an illegal screen? That's not as bad as LeBron flopping, let me tell you that right now. Do you have a foul there? No, that's just a good screen. He may have flopped a little bit. Now, I worked with this guy twice since this game happened. This team is down 1. Illegal screen going the other way with what, 39 point whatever seconds? His feet were set. Guess what? You just took the ball out of his hand. Actually, they were up 1, I thought. Were they up 1? I can't remember. Yeah, they were up 1. 39-40. Up 1. That kid that just flopped went down and hit a 3. They go down to the other end. Ball in the paint. We call it jump ball. Goes the other way. They lose on the last second shot. This team was winless in the conference. It didn't make a difference, but for them, that could have won the game. So knowing time and place and refereeing that screen and knowing if it's set or not. All right.
Who was winless in the
Topsail.
Topsail was?
Yeah. Topsail's still winless in the conference. All right, so I clipped this from the other night. So look here. It's not the final, let me tell you that right now. Ball goes through the hoop. No foul, no worries. 0.4 on the clock. It's important. So all right, we set up our play, 0.4. Watch this inbound play. Give me the ball, give me the ball. Nope. Boosh. Watch it again. Tell me what you're going to call. I'm going to give you one more look after this. This is your angle you get right now. What you have? I'm going to make you make a vote. Yes, there's another angle at this, so don't worry. But it's going to surprise you what that angle I show you. Who's got a no call? Good, you should have a call. All right, who's got a illegal screen on the offense? Don't be afraid. Why?
I didn't think it looked like he was still running when he hit, or his feet weren't like set. He just got in the way of the kid that was running.
Okay. All right, so who the other ones have a push on white? A lot of you didn't vote. Put your hand high.
I don't officiate this one.
Why do you have a push on white?
I thought he just ran him over.
Thought he ran him over.
Yeah, same.
Whether he saw him or not, still.
I saw this when I saw this play, and I was like, "Whew!" This play was given to me by one of our officials that works here. I looked at the player. They told me to go look at it. I was like, "Ooh, that's a push. That's a push on white." You don't see this all very often. Now, I say that I really don't show you much of a different angle, but I'll tell you why I changed what I had. What constitutes a legal screen? Feet have to be set, right?
Yeah, you gotta be. How far is it you have to give?
You got to give them time and distance, so a step. So we give them said step. You think he gets a step there? Yeah, he got about a step, doesn't he? He's out of bounds. Oh man, what? You have to be with both feet on the ground, facing the player, whatever, and in bounds. Now there's 0.4 on the clock. You come out there and you're like, boop, legal screen. Ooh, that's a tough call, isn't it? It's a real tough call. This is why knowing where the defender is, or knowing where the screener is, knowing if you have time and distance, you may have gone with an illegal screen because you didn't think he was there. I can get on board with that. I can defend if he's out of bounds. So, this is just one of those things to get you to think. That's all I'm trying to do, is to get you to think and to watch different things and show you different plays. Do you have a question?
What they end up calling?
They call it push through on white. He goes down, he makes both free throws, ball game. They win by 2 or win by 1. Tough call. All right, my last play I have here.
No, that's it.
Oh no, we're not done here yet. It's a good play. All right. Who's got a block? Why do you have a block? Does he move into the path, or does he move laterally or obliquely? If he slides legally, he's good, right? Who has a charge on this? I think I have a charge on this because I think 31 goes into him. Now, that being said, these are some high-level Division I officials. Pretty dang good at their job, right? He calls charge. He's like, block! And this guy just went, oh crap. Now watch this guy. He realizes it. He's like, hey, come here. Come here, we need to talk about this. Come here. We screwed up. What happens if we have this situation?
You wait until the crowd things out though.
You what?
You wait until like everything ruffles up because he's leaving.
Yeah. We had a block and we had a charge. Guess what? You got to report both of them, right? If it goes in, you score the bucket. If it doesn't, we go to the AP. So this one's screwy. It sucks. These guys ended up getting the call right, but had a large. I think he was in legal guarding position. He thought he had a charge. He was like, hey, he called block. Guess what? Both those players had 4 fouls. We called a large. Guess what? They both have 5 now. See you later. That's tough. That's tough. They get together and he's like, hey man, we screwed this up. And he's like, hey, why'd you call block? It was a charge. He's like, man, it was a block all the way. Yeah.
You let him shoot the one free throw?
No.
No, you gotta get the bench.
No free throws. No free throws on a large. So we don't shoot anything on it. That's tough. Again, Indiana was down 2. He gets that block. They're down 3 or 2. They're down 5 at this.
So who'd you resume that?
So since the ball went in the bucket, we would score the 2 points and give, in this case, Purdue the ball. So we give Black the ball. So if you look there, I think he's legal. But they get the ball out of bounds on a spot. If it's missed, then we go to the AP. Go to the alternating possession. Yes, sir.
You gotta remember, you don't have to be set in order for it to be a charge. The player, he has hands up and he can still move back within his perfectly area of movement. So you can still call a charge on that. That's
Yeah.
still, equal to position.
Yeah, so that's why I said you can move laterally, obliquely, so you can move and still take a charge.